Nigeria, there are some totally bizarre customs that will leave you speechless. Get ready, because today you will learn some shocking facts that only exist in Nigeria. Are you curious? Join us and let's go. Number 16. Street food paradise. Warm Nigerian winds carry tantalizing aromas along Lagos's bustling avenues. On the pulsating sidewalks, dozens of food stalls transform every corner into a veritable culinary festival. Hundreds of street vendors dominate the food scene, offering dishes that tell stories through their intense and diverse flavors. Freshly grilled meats, fresh fruit picked in the early hours of the morning, and traditional drinks, such as zobo and kunu, make up a mosaic of food that delights locals and visitors alike. Each dish represents a sensorial journey through Nigerian culture, where ancient spices and culinary techniques blend with contemporary influences. Street vendors are true gastronomic ambassadors, mastering preparation techniques passed down through generations. Number 15. Ogbunike Caves. The Ogbunike Caves represent one of the most impressive geographical features in the country, an underground labyrinth full of stories and ancient secrets. The discovery story goes back to Ukwa, a member of the Umucheke family of Efite Ogbunike. Local legend suggests that the caves were created by a deity called Ogba, who supposedly inhabits the site. The entrance to this underground world is marked by a challenging staircase of 317 steps, inviting only the most resilient to unravel its mysteries. Inside the caves, an impressive biodiversity is revealed. Hundreds of bats hang from the rocky ceilings, while pythons and crocodiles inhabit the darkest corners. The presence of water with supposed healing properties attracts pastors, traditional healers, and tourists thirsty for unique experiences. The cultural importance of the caves is celebrated annually during the Ime Ogbe Festival, which commemorates their discovery. Number 14. City of Twins. In southwestern Nigeria, the small town of Ibo Ora is home to a unique demographic phenomenon, the highest rate of twin births in the world. Scientists have yet to fully explain this extraordinary genetic mystery. Locals believe that their diet, especially the consumption of okra leaves prepared in very specific ways, is responsible for this high rate of multiple births. Entire families have multiple sets of twins, making this characteristic almost a distinctive feature of the community. I have a question for you. First, I'd like to tell you that it's possible to keep up with the biggest curiosities of our world every day. But for that, you need to be subscribed to our channel. So, have you subscribed yet? If not, take the opportunity to subscribe now. Now that you've done that, let's go. Number 13. Makokos Floating Slum. Imagine an entire community built on stilts, literally suspended above the polluted waters of a lagoon. Welcome to Makoko, the world's largest floating slum, located in Lagos. Approximately 250,000 people live in this surreal environment, where rickety wooden houses balance precariously over waters filled with waste. The buildings are built on wooden structures that defy all logic of engineering and survival. Without basic sanitation, the residents dump their water directly into the river where they live, work, and earn their living. The water, completely contaminated, is used for all daily activities, including drinking, when they can buy it from local vendors. The most impressive thing is how this community functions almost autonomously, with its own security systems and social organization, practically ignored by government authorities. Number 12. Education about water. In the heart of Makoko, an equally unusual school defies all expectations. Built entirely on 256 plastic barrels, it literally floats on the polluted waters of the lagoon. Designed for around 100 students, this sustainable structure uses solar panels and an innovative drainage system. Divided into 3 floors, the school has enclosed classrooms on the middle floor, an open upper floor for outdoor activities, and a ground floor that serves as a playground and community space. The ingenuity of this construction allows children to study even in a completely aquatic and unstable environment. Number 11. Nollywood. Cameras are rolling non-stop. Stories are being told at a frenetic pace. The Nigerian film industry, known as Nollywood, represents much more than simple audiovisual production. It is a cultural phenomenon that moves billions of dollars and employs millions of professionals across the African continent. Impressive figures reveal the magnitude of this sector. Approximately 50 films are produced every week, surpassing Hollywood production and second only to Bollywood. This creative machine generates $590 million annually, making entertainment one of the main economic drivers in the region. Nollywood's production strategy challenges traditional standards in the global film industry. Using technologies considered obsolete, such as VHS tapes, the industry is able to produce content in an extremely accessible way. Number 10. Zuma Rock. At 300 meters high, the Zuma Rock stands out as one of the most imposing rock formations in the world, carrying with it centuries of history and cultural significance. Discovered in the 15th century by the Zuma people, the rock was given the name Zumwa, which means place of guinea fowl, due to the abundance of these birds in the region. The locals developed a deep reverence for the site, considering it a spiritual guide and a strategic defense point against invading tribes. Composed of igneous rocks such as gabbroite and granodiorite, Zuma Rock has fascinating geological features. A striking natural formation has created what appears to be a human face on the rock surface, with clearly distinguishable eyes, nose, and mouth. During the rainy season, a unique phenomenon occurs. The rock appears to catch fire due to the friction of rocks on its slope. Since 1999, Zuma Rock has gained even more prominence when it was printed on the 100 naira banknote, symbolizing its national importance. Number 9. The man who married 107 times. Muhammad Bello Abubakar, a 92-year-old Nigerian man, has made history by being married an incredible 107 times. Even though local religious rules allow a maximum of 4 wives at a time, Abubakar defied all conventions. In 2008, a court ordered him to divorce 82 of his 86 wives within 48 hours. However, he claimed that his marriages were divinely ordained, and instead of complying with the court order, he simply continued to marry more times. Only 10 of his marriages ended in divorce, maintaining an impressive 97 wives throughout his life. His story completely defies traditional notions of marriage and relationships. Number 7. Widow Purification Ritual. In the southern regions of Nigeria, widows face one of the most brutal and inhuman rituals documented in the contemporary world. After the death of their husband, these women are subjected to a process called purification, which is more like a sentence of humiliation and suffering. Widows are confined for weeks, forced to live in unsanitary conditions and subjected to degrading rituals. Among the most shocking practices is the obligation to have their hair shaved at the grave of their deceased husband. In some extreme cases, they are forced to marry relatives of the deceased, such as brothers or other men in the community. In even more disturbing situations, if the husband dies prematurely, the wife may be considered a suspect. She may be forced to drink the water used to bathe her dead husband's body, or even lie down next to the corpse to prove her innocence. Number 6. Home of the richest man in Africa. Born in 1957 in Kano, Aliko Dangote embodies Nigerian entrepreneurship at its most impressive. Founder of the Dangote Group, his name has become synonymous with business success, not only in Nigeria but across the African continent. With an estimated fortune of $14.1 billion, Dangote is the richest man in Africa. His economic empire spans several sectors, with emphasis on cement, sugar, flour, salt, and fuel. Each company in the group represents a strategic pillar in the country's economic development. The Dangote Group is the second largest employer in the country, second only to the federal government. Thousands of jobs are directly generated by its companies, positively impacting the local economy and contributing to the reduction of unemployment. Number 5. Abuja Airplane House. In the urban landscape of Abuja, a unique residence defies traditional architectural conventions. The Airplane House, owned by the Said family, has become a visual landmark that captures the imagination of everyone who passes by on the main highway. The story behind this extraordinary construction begins with a love story. Lisa Said, a Lebanese immigrant, always dreamed of traveling. Her husband, Jamal, a contractor, promised to make that dream a reality by building a house in the shape of an airplane. In the early 2000s, the project began to take shape. At 30 meters long and with a wingspan of 15 meters, the residence incorporates a working airplane into its structure. The cockpit houses a kitchen and an office with panoramic views over Abuja. Meticulous details were implemented to make the residence not only a tribute to love but also a testament to architectural ingenuity. Number 4. Exclusive bird. The Onra waxbill, a unique bird in the world, represents a fascinating chapter in Nigerian biodiversity, remaining one of the most enigmatic specimens of the local fauna. Measuring approximately 12 centimeters long, this small bird defies scientific expectations. Its existence limited to a specific region in southern Nigeria adds layers of mystery to its natural history. Official records indicate only 5 documented sightings globally. Onra waxbill flocks, made up of up to 20 individuals, move with impressive synchrony through the dense vegetation. Each movement represents a survival strategy developed over generations, perfectly adapting to the local ecosystem. Unique physical characteristics distinguish this species. Specific plumage patterns, complex social behaviors, and perfect camouflage make up its survival repertoire. Scientists have dedicated years of research to understanding its behavioral patterns. Number 3. AUM Waterfall and Cave. Deep in the lush green depths of Enugu's state, a natural treasure lies hidden amidst mountains and lush vegetation. AUM Waterfall stands out as an impressive geological heritage site, defying visitors' expectations with its unique features and mystical atmosphere. Formed by a huge outcrop of granite rock, the waterfall has extraordinary characteristics that make it unique in the Nigerian natural landscape. At 30 meters high, its crystal-clear waters descend gently, creating a winding stream bordered by immaculate white sand. The constant temperature of the water surprises observers, remaining warm throughout the seasons, a phenomenon that intrigues geologists and visitors alike. The AUM region has a rich spiritual tradition. Local communities believe deeply in the supernatural powers of the waterfall, attributing to it healing and protection against negative influences. This deep belief led to the construction of a monastery nearby, transforming the site into an important center of Christian pilgrimage. Number 2. The oldest Dpit in Africa. Founded in 1498, the Kano Dpits represent more than just a craft technique. They are a cultural heritage that spans centuries, preserving textile traditions that are fundamental to Nigerian identity. At the height of its production, 270 specialized wells transformed cotton into unique indigo-dyed pieces. Each process required surgical precision, knowledge passed down through generations of skilled craftsmen. Number 1. Sweet Potato Festival. At the end of the rainy season, usually in September, Nigeria celebrates the Sweet Potato Festival, a cultural tradition that thanks the gods for the bountiful harvest. The event features traditional music, folk dances, and parades that celebrate the importance of this food. Sweet potato dishes are shared symbolically, representing wishes for prosperity for the community. Each dish prepared carries deep meanings of gratitude and hope for the upcoming agricultural season. Which country do you want to see next on the channel? Tell me in the comments below. Take advantage and click on this video that is appearing on the screen, because I separated it especially for you. Well, that's it, and until next time, curious one.